Now, the fate of about 100 migrant children who were separated from their families at the U.S. border with Mexico remains in question this morning as a deadline approaches for the Trump administration to reunite them with their families. A judge ruled that the reunions must be made by this coming Tuesday, but the government wants more time. The children are under the age of 5. The administration admitted this week it doesn't know exactly how many children it separated from their parents, but it believes the figure to be under 3,000.
President Trump is spending the weekend at his New Jersey golf course. Paula Reid is traveling with the president. Paula, good morning.
Good morning. Well, even as the controversy and confusion continues over reuniting families, the president still believes he can win on this issue by painting Democrats as weak on border security and throwing his full support behind immigration enforcement.
We are with you 100%.
Defending its controversial immigration policies, the Trump administration did a full court press this week.
We will always stand proudly with the brave heroes of ICE and our Border Patrol.
As Vice President Pence and Homeland Security Chief Kirstjen Nielsen visited ICE headquarters in Washington Friday, amid calls from some Democrats to eliminate the embattled agency.
Abolishing ICE would mean more illegal immigration.
His message echoed comments made by President Trump at a rally in Montana Thursday.
We're going to protect ICE.
The president has repeatedly said he hopes Democrats continue attacking ICE because he thinks it will help Republicans at the polls.
New platform of the Democrat Party is to abolish ICE. In other words, they want to abolish immigration enforcement entirely. That's what they want to do.
But one issue that could hurt Republicans in the midterms this November is a budding trade war. After the administration imposed a new 25% tariff on $34 billion worth of products imported from China that went into effect Friday.
I think of this, as the president does, as a trade dispute. The trade war is long over.
Trade dispute. We'll call it
Let's call it a trade battle.
now.
White House trade advisor Peter Navarro claims there is no trade war and says the administration is not worried about retaliation, even though China has already hit back with tariffs on U.S.-made goods.
It's not going to bother our economy. It's not going to bother us. And if they try to bully our farmers or anybody else in this country, President Trump's going to stand up for those folks.
In addition to those retaliatory tariffs, China also released a statement saying the U.S. has launched the biggest trade war in economic history. Errol?
Now, Paula, we know President Trump is expected to announce his nominee for the Supreme Court on Monday. He prefers to do things with a bit of a reality show flair. We know that he's narrowed his choices down to 3 finalists who all come with the stamp of approval from the Conservative Federalist Society. But there are differences between them, too. What can you tell us about these potential final 3?
Well, these final 3, really, they represent a larger divide within the Republican Party, because here you have Judge Kavanaugh and Judge Kethledge. They're traditional conservatives. They have a long track record on the bench. They both clerked for Justice Kennedy, who they could potentially replace. But you're seeing social conservatives rally around Judge Barrett, even though she spent most of her career as an academic and doesn't have as long a track record. But any of these 3 judges, if they are appointed, they would certainly tilt the court in a conservative direction for a generation to come. Errol.
All right, Paula Reid there in New Jersey. Paula, thank you. And as we've said, President Trump is expected to make his choice public Monday night. CBS Evening News anchor Jeff Glor will have live coverage of that announcement beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern.